I'm about to sneeze. Hang on a sec. Oh, you know when you've got that little sneeze brewing, but it doesn't deliver. It's got really, really hot, guys. So I'm going to get myself a nice cold ginger beer. We're cooking. We are cooking. And it's a sunny afternoon in Australia, and it got really, really hot. So I'm having me a Gesundheit in advance. Thank you, Morgan. Always thinking of me. Bless. Well, no, you're not. You're always thinking of Sunny and Biscuit. Sunny may make an appearance later. We'll wait and see. Now, normally when I cook, I have everything prepped and ready to go. And I've been catching up with my mate Dave and set the live for now. And here we are. So it's going to be a bit of a chat as we go kind of thing. But first, ginger beer. Hang on, this warrants a nice glass. Hello, Sunny Bum. Always sitting right in the middle of wherever I need to walk. I don't know how she does it. She's just really good at blocking areas. So I've got my little flamingo glass. Hi, Miss Kay. Good to see you again. Hey, Cody. So we're going to be making a really beautiful salad, which for those of you in places heading into winter, you'll be like, I don't want a salad, but this one's a ripper because it's got rice in it. So it's actually quite a hearty sort of salad, but it's also beautiful, fresh and light for summer. Cheers, Groovers. So it's a Thai chicken salad, and then we're going to make a coconut dressing, and you can really jazz this up with all kinds of things if you want to add stuff to it. And I don't have some of the ingredients, so we're swapping a few things in and out. Necessity is the mother of invention, right? I love nice, not boring salads too. And this little one is an absolute ripper. So the first thing we're going to do, I've already cooked the rice. You'll need, if you want to take notes about the recipe, because I will type it up later. I just didn't have time to do it. But I've already cooked, I actually cooked 250 grams of rice, which 200 grams works out to about 3 cups of cooked rice. Yeah, you're thinking about hot soups for winter, and here we are making a salad. But when I save these recipes into the Shitty Kitty Kitchen recipe collection, I do have a seasonal playlist. So jump to the playlist that's right for your season and you'll be good to go. But I actually love a salad for lunch in winter, and you'll see when we make it, it's not relying on seasonal veggies or anything like that. Well, it sort of is, but you can easily tart this up. Oh, Morgan's organised. She's ready to take some notes. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on the poaching liquid to poach the chicken. And if you've got a nice big deep frying pan, that's the best thing to use because we need 1.5 litres of water. But I'm completely unprepared. I'd normally have the jugs of water ready to go and probably already simmering, but that's all right. We can just all hang out. I'm really looking forward to eating this too for dinner. So 1.5 litres, you guys will have to do conversions into quarts. I usually do that too. I normally Google conversions. But like I said, I'm very unprepared. Hey Deb, how are you, gorgeous? Is it muggy at your place? I've got washing outside. It feels like it's going to rain. So if I suddenly disappear, it's because I'm bringing my washing in. Now, the poaching liquid is very simple. I always have fresh garlic in my fridge, except for today. So I'm just going to put some ground ginger in. But if you had fresh ginger, put like 6 slices. So I'm going to put like a couple of teaspoons worth of ground ginger. The next ingredient that I didn't have on hand was limes, but I do have a lemon off a neighbour's tree. Yeah, it is healthy, fresh and delicious, Cody. It'll become a regular. If you make it and try it, you'll never look back. If you had limes, you'd want 4 slices of lime. We're going with lemon, so 4 slices of lemon. I'll try and keep the action to what's been captured by the camera. So this is just a poaching liquid. Oh, it just started raining. Yeah, it feels like it's going to rain here. It's not yet, but like I said, if I disappear suddenly, it's because of that. Kaffir lime leaves. A lot of you know that I often tell you if you buy herbs and you have extras, pop them in your freezer. It does cause a little bit of discoloration sometimes on the leaves, but the flavour is still fantastic. Now, the recipe calls for 4, but these are actually really tiny little ones. So I'm putting 6 in. And that, my friends, is the poaching liquid. So we're going to whack the heat on and get it up to boiling and then reduce it down to a simmer. I'll put the lid on to accelerate proceedings. While that's sorting itself out, I could make the dressing. In fact, let's do that. So we're going to use a little food processor, or I'm going to use this little stick mixer that a lot of you guys envy when you watch my channel because you haven't seen something like it where you are. But these little mini food processors are brilliant. They've even got a little lid, which is handy because you can put things in the fridge, like dressings and pestos and stuff. But it's also a non-stick. Hang on, I'm just going to flip this over because there's lemon juice everywhere. She probably forgot about us. It still says waiting. Huh? Waiting? You guys can't see me? I'm on my screen. Waiting? I think you need to refresh, Cody, because we are live. We're live and kicking. I'll wait for Cody to refresh and see if Cody can see me before I start on the dressing. You've only missed the poaching liquid, Cody. Which is sitting over here warming up. I'm still going to wait for Cody. But we're going to make the coconut dressing. So I'm going to grab some coconut cream. If you don't have coconut cream, coconut milk is fine, but you fixed it. Awesome. Welcome, Cody. But yeah, coconut milk is fine, but it's a bit thinner than coconut cream. Always give your coconut cream, coconut milk a really good shake because they separate. If you open this can just as it is, there would be a heap of coconut water in the bottom and a lump of cream on top. We're good now. So, Cody, what I've done is I've put 1.5 litres of water in a deep frying pan along with some ginger, kaffir lime leaves and 4 slices of lemon. But lime is really a more true Thai citrus. But I'm showing you how to, make do with what you've got. And we're going to get that up to a boil, then reduce it to a simmer. We're going to simmer it for 4 minutes to let all of the flavours infuse, and then we're going to drop in the chicken breasts. So that's what's happening there. And now we're going to make the coconut dressing. And I'm just shaken some coconut cream. Like a lot of you know, I normally have everything measured out and ready to go, but we are all literally cooking together from scratch. Oh, Cody, this is such a great salad. It's really easy, and the thing is, I'm actually going to dress it because I like the rice absorbing all the coconut dressing, but it will last in your fridge for like 3 or 4 days, maybe even longer. It's usually gone in 2 days here, so it's great for work lunches. It's a really lovely salad to make if you have people over for lunch because it's super easy, but just really yummy and very fresh and healthy. It's a great little recipe. So we're going to put about 200 mils, which is 250 mils is a cup. So I'm just guesstimating. The cans are 400 mils, so like half a can of coconut cream. This is a little mini food processor thing. We're going to chop up some coriander. Coriander or cilantro, as it's also known. We don't need to chop this up super finely because it's going to get chopped up like crazy in the little food processor. But you want about half a cup. And chop it up a little bit because I don't like the texture of coriander leaves, but I love the flavour of coriander. So look at my bigger knife. This calls for a bigger knife, Groovers. You were behind in the video too, Morgan. What's going on, Groovers? But yeah, half a cup of coriander / cilantro. It will get chopped up a little bit more in the food processor, but I'm just chopping it enough so that it's not like I'm not going to get a large bit of leaf. I'll cope. It won't kill me, but I just love the finely chopped coriander flavour is my favourite. Chewing on I'll eat parsley leaves, no problem, but a coriander leaf, ugh. The texture, there's just something about it that I don't like. Now, the next thing is fish sauce, but I can't stand fish sauce. When I lived in Vietnam with Jim, our house was right next door to a fish sauce processing factory. Ugh. If the wind was blowing our way, it was a miserable day. We used to always go to the beach. I've never liked it. I don't like the smell of it when you open the bottle. I don't like the smell of it while it's cooking, and I don't like the taste of it afterwards. So you can use something else. You can drop in some soy sauce if you want, which will give it a more Chinese-y sort of flavour. Or you could add a little bit of oyster sauce for flavour, and that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm fine with oyster sauce if I've got some. Maybe I don't. Better put that on the list. I'll just check my pantry though. I do have some tamari, which is a light soy sauce, which will add a bit of oomph. I actually don't think I've got any. That's really strange. Maybe the last time I cooked Asian, I forgot to put it on the shopping list. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tamari in. But now this has come to the boil because I can smell the lemon. So we're going to reduce it to medium and just let it simmer. Hope you can see the action shot. So that's the poaching liquid for the chicken breast. So it's water, ginger, lemon, and kaffir lime leaves. But we want it to simmer for about 4 minutes so that all the flavours can fuse. You don't like fish sauce either? Yeah, it's too strong for me. And yuck. Hey, Zero, the plan is to make you hungry. This salad is so yummy. If you like chicken and coconut, Emily, who was in my chat earlier, doesn't like either, so it's unlikely she'll join us. Is it pouring? It feels like the skies are gonna open down here any minute. So, like I said, if I do disappear momentarily, it's to bring my drying rack in with my washing on it. I've got to go out on the deck and grab some fresh mint in a minute anyway. So yeah, pop in some tamari, which is a really light soy sauce, or fish sauce, or oyster sauce. It's just to give it a little bit of flavour, but not a lot. If you were using fish sauce, you'd put about a tablespoon. I've probably just put half a teaspoon. It just adds a little bit of salt. Like I was saying before too, I don't have fresh lime, so I'm actually going to use bottled lime juice. Perfectly fine to use bottled lime juice. We want 2 tablespoons. Limes are so expensive in Tassie because we have to import them. And I'm all for using up what you've already got in the house. So yeah, bottled lime juice, perfectly fine. 2 tablespoons of that. To get 2 tablespoons of lime juice, I'd probably have to buy like 3 limes. So, probably pay $6. Next up, we're going to add some chili. Beautiful green chilies. Now, these chilies I actually eat like capsicum. I bite into them. I love them. They're not too hot, but the flavour that they add to dishes is sensational. So if you're not a hardcore chili eater, these green ones are the way to go. Now, the recipe calls for 3, but this one's a fucking monster. So we're just going to use 2. One little trick with chili to get seeds out, before you cut them open, run your hands up and down them. Make sure you wash your hands when you're handling chili after you've done it. Don't touch your eyes or the end of your penis or even the outer parts of your vaginal region, because it will sting like fuck. But do that. Give them a bit of a rub. Break the flesh up a little bit. They are huge chilies. I'm going to slice some of them and keep them as a garnish because I can't get enough of green chili. Let's let me get a little bowl. So the the poaching liquid's probably been poaching for about more than 4 minutes now, and it's given it a chance for all the flavours to infuse into the water. So we're going to whack in the chicken breasts. Now, speaking of huge, the recipe calls for 3 chicken breasts, but look at the size of these mothers. So again, we're just using 2. Drop them into the poaching liquid. You want to bump it down to low. You don't want dry chicken breast. Hey Google, set a timer for 8 minutes. Okay, so Google's got, hey Google, turn the volume up. Hey Google, turn the volume up to 6. Thank you. So we're going to whack that down to low, and it literally is, it's not even simmering. It does need to simmer, so I'm going to just bump it up a tiny bit. But you don't want it to be like crazy boiling because it will dry out the chicken. You want the chicken to be really tender. We're going to shred the chicken breasts later. What do you mean she doesn't like chicken? I know, what's wrong with her? 2 of my favourite things in the whole wide world. Or your mask. Don't touch the mask with chili. Is that what you're saying? And then put it on and try to breathe. I don't want to waste the chili, man. Normally, when you cut it open, you normally have a much bigger hole. And then you just bring the chili over a bowl. But this has got quite a lot of flesh, so I'm actually just going to open it and remove the seeds. Now, the seeds coming out is a textural thing. It's not actually about heat. people always think the seeds are about the heat. The real heat of a chili is actually in the pulp, like this fleshy, these bits in here. That's where the real heat is. So if you don't like super hot chili flavour, remove them. But I love green chilies and I don't find them too hot, so I leave it in. But I don't like seeds floating around in a salad dressing. It's not a nice textural sensation. This one's not behaving either. Anyway. Pith, not pulp. That's the word I was after. This stuff. It's sort of automatically fallen out. But yeah, the white bit, the pith, that's where the heat is. It's not actually the seeds. This has got a bit too much pith in it, so I am taking a bit of it out. These pieces are fine, even though they've got a bit of pith in them to go into the dressing. What's everyone else cooking for dinner if it's dinner time or breakfast time or wherever you are in the world? So we want to just slice up the chilies. They're going to get chopped in the little chopper. But with chili, it's entirely up to you, Groovers, how much or how little you use. But green chilies are not aggressive. They're yum. Oh, I'm completely off screen. Sorry, guys. I'm going to save a little bit as a garnish because I like a bit of fresh chili on top. And we'll pop the rest of it into the chopper. You love chili. Put it in everything. Yeah, I actually have chili powder in my handbag all the time and also a little tiny bottle of hot sauce because I can't stand it if you go out to dinner somewhere, Deb, and the food's really boring and bland. I've also got a salt and pepper grinder all in one because I also can't stand it when you go out to a restaurant and they're being politically correct and not using salt in seasoning the food. Horrible shit. I find cuisines like French cuisine way too delicate and lacking in flavour. Come on, simmer, Groover. And this is a really large, heavy-based frying pan, so it needs a bit more heat than literally putting it on low. But it's still cooking. And it's going to rest in that water for another 5 minutes after we take it off the heat. So hopefully it'll cook through. If not, when we start shredding it, we'll be popping it back in the pot. Hey, Blue Ridge. Okay, so in the frying pan, we've got poaching liquid, which was water, ginger. I actually used powdered ginger because I didn't have any fresh ginger. 4 slices of lemon, but being a Thai dish, you'd probably be better off using lime if you wanted to be a bit more authentic. And some kaffir lime leaves. The recipe calls for 4. I put 6 because mine were quite small. You get the water up to a boil and then turn it down to medium, let it simmer for about 4 minutes so all the flavours can infuse into the poaching liquid. And then you drop, depending on the size, 2 or 3 chicken breasts into the poaching liquid. And they're very slowly cooking. I'll show them. I'll bring it over to the camera's in a fixed spot today too, Groovers. And then in here, we're making a coconut dressing for this beautiful salad. So far in there's 200 mils of coconut cream, half a cup of chopped coriander or cilantro, depending on where you are in the world. The recipe calls for a tablespoon of fish sauce, but I can't stand it, so I just put a little dash of tamari, light soy sauce, so like a teaspoon's worth, maybe half a teaspoon. It's also, we've just added 2 tablespoons of lime juice, and I've just chopped up 2 large green chilies and pop them all in. Now I need to get some caster sugar. You want to always balance the savoury with the sweet in a dressing. So we just want to whack in a teaspoon of caster sugar. Maybe a tiny bit more because that wasn't a heaped one. And lastly, a couple more kaffir lime leaves. And I've just touched my face. I washed my hands after the chili, but I've just touched my face and it's on fire. But it's a nice feeling. It's not insane, but I'm going to spray my face. I've got chilled rose water in a spray bottle in my fridge. So I'm just going to spray my face because I washed my hands twice really hard with soap, but the chili has lingered. Give me a sec. Actually, this one is Thayer's, but it's a rose petal witch hazel. I thoroughly recommend anyone that lives in a hot climate put a bottle of rose water or witch hazel in your fridge and spray your face in summer. It's amazing. Now I smell of roses, but my face is on fire. Oh, instant relief. Thank you, witch hazel. Priscilla Joe Celery. Hello. Hey, thanks, Google. Hey, stop. I'm actually going to give it just a couple more minutes. The heat is still on. It just isn't even back at simmering, but I want to make sure the chicken breast is fully cooked through, but I don't want it to be dry either. It's going to sit in the poaching liquid for a while anyway. There's no celery in this recipe, but there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't. Milk for my face with the chili. I went a bit overboard. Can you guys see Sunny? She's just out of shot. She's down. Oh, so am I. She's just down on the rug. Just out of shot. Grab a drink, people, if you haven't got one already. I'm drinking Grown Ups ginger beer. I just want to get the poaching liquid back up to a little simmer, and then I'm literally going to switch it off, pop the lid on and let it sit. You could add celery. You could add whatever you want. We are sort of going with some Thai flavours, but fuck it, salads, add whatever you like. I'll make a celery tabbouleh soon. It is one of the best recipes I've ever eaten in my life. Hi, I'm Chair Detective MI5. Allowed random firework. Oh my God. At 5 a.m. I'd eat this shit for breakfast because it's yummy. I love a salad in the morning, a good one. I've got quite a few breakfast salads I make. I could do that one day too. Make one of those. A couple of kaffir lime leaves. That's the last thing we need for our dressing. And I always freeze leftover herbs. Most herbs freeze really well. Things like basil, not so well, but most herbs freeze really well. So please don't ever throw out herbs. They cost a friggin' fortune. And most of them, like tarragon, oregano, thyme, sage, they freeze really, really well. And we're just going to whack the lid on, this little mixer thingamajig that Ruth always envies, but Ruth's not in chat. She'd be sound asleep, I would have thought. And we're just going to process this till it's smooth. So we want this to have a good chop. I'm going to crank it up to high, so there will be a bit of noise pollution for a sec. Sorry. Oh, God, there's a bit of leakage too. Looking good. Now, of course, there will be some coriander and kaffir lime leaves and chili even in little green flecks. You don't want to blend it so that you don't have the green goodness, but there's our little dressing. How easy was that, guys? I'm just going to whack the lid on it and pop it in the fridge, and I'm going to give it a wipe because it's leaked all over. It's pissing all over the place. I'm going to pop that in the fridgeroonie. I will be dressing this entire salad, but the other option you can do if you don't, this isn't a case of a soggy salad. Because it's got rice in it, the rice will actually absorb the dressing. So I dress the entire thing and pop it in the fridge. And it's one of those things you just keep going back to, like to eat more of it because it's yum. All right, dressing done and into the fridge it goes. Coming up soon, a bit of shredding. Okay, that's now got to the simmer. So I'm just going to whack the lid on and we'll just let it sit there for another 5 minutes. Whoops. But yeah, celery would be great. Actually, speaking of, I'm just going to go out onto my deck and pick some mint. I'll be back. There's nothing better than homegrown herbs. Sunny is an hour early for dinner. Who wants to tell her? My beautiful homegrown mint off my deck. I've got a herb garden out on my deck. And thankfully, the possums don't like mint. Be quiet, Tori Ruth is sleeping her cockerel. Exactly. Anton DePeck, the doodle cock. Miss Kay, if you wanted to put celery in, I'd chop up a couple of stalks. You could just chop it up, when you do the little half crescents. Yeah, isn't it gorgeous, mint? And it smells. I wish you had smell-o-vision. So I'm just going to give that a little rinse. My sous chef, Sunny, is now in the kitchen, right under my feet. Let's put them in. Where are you going? Oh, my God. I hope you see her tail. I'm trying to make her tail. See that? See her tail? She has just jumped onto a shelf directly under my bench top where my herbs and spices bucket goes. I've got this big wooden tub that I put my herbs and spices in. And I pulled it out to get the ginger, and it's over on my bench, so there's a gap. She has now got up on the shelf. She's right at the back, and she's curled up. You're right there, Morg. You can hang out in there. She is literally under this bowl. Well, not literally. She is literally on the shelf directly under the bench top where this bowl is sitting. But yeah, I'd probably say, do it depending on what else you're going to pop in at Miss Kay. Just and you can put whatever you want. I'm literally just going to do cucumber and snow peas. I couldn't get any sugar snap peas. There's a pineapple mint. Sunny she eats chicken for dinner, but she doesn't like fresh or raw chicken. She's weird. She's all about red meat and not really a fan of fish either, although she loves ocean fish in prawn jelly, but mackerel with spinach, not interested. Not a fan of chicken with spinach either. Maybe it's a spinach. I'm not sure I'd like spinach if I was a cat either. She's so cute. She's just curled up and gone to sleep in there. She's a kook. Cats are hilarious. If Scout were in here, I'd have to somehow pick Sunny up and do a camera shot so Scout could see her little friend. I know that you guys all love Sunny. But, there she is. Can you see her, guys? Can you see her ass and her tail? But Scout, whenever she comes in, the first thing she always says is, Hi, Sunny. It's very cute. I'm just going to open my window a bit more because I've got celery, not celery, I've got chili air. I don't know if you find that, like if you're cooking with chili and stuff like that, the air can get quite. There she is, my sous chef. This is why we call her Sunny Bum, because she has a big, round, fluffy bum. Morgan. Hi, Sunny. There's Sunny's butt and tail. I don't want to pick her up too because if my hands have put chili on my face even after washing my hands, I'd hate to put chili on her face. Flick that tail, girl. Okay, so we're going to be shredding some chicken next. And I'm not a great chicken shredder, I've got to say. But we're just going to shred it with forks and hopefully it'll be cooked right through. No, it's not. Okay. It's got to go back on the stove top for a while, so we might as well prepare the veggies. Not that that's going to take very long. It's still very pink in the middle, Groovers. It's because they're so thick. Like they are the biggest, meatiest, chunkiest friggin' chicken breasts. Fluffs. Yep, you're all in love with Sunny's bum. Do you hear that, Sunny? They're all loving your butt. Now, you could use a continental cucumber or these little ones, which are called Lebanese cucumbers in Australia. Because I'm literally just doing cucumber and snow peas, actually, I'll get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. We've made our dressing. That's all I'm doing is the cucumber and the snow peas. So I'm going to use 3. You have dense breasts too. Nice. And we're also going to use, I'm using Snoopy's. And the ratio with that amount of cucumber, probably about a couple, 2 cups. It's so different doing this without having prepped earlier. But I've got a nice bag of snow peas. Do you guys call these snow peas where you are? These ones? They kind of look like sugar snap peas, but they're more the sort of Asian. I know they get called, is it mange tout? You could also use snow pea sprouts, tendrils, whatever, but I'm using snow peas and I'm going to actually trim them and just slice them in half. Hey, Casper, how you doing, Groover? Hey, I was in Kmart yesterday and you've had a roasted cockerel. We won't tell Ruth. Casper, there's a T-shirt in Kmart at the moment that says Casper. Just a little FYI, black T-shirt with Casper on it. And, just says it and also a little picture of Casper. If you're looking for a new T-shirt. So that did come back to the boil and now I've just turned it back down to medium and we're going to keep simmering it. It might be a bit, hopefully it won't be dry, but it's taken way longer to cook because the chicken breasts were massive. Massive. I'm running out of bench space. Merch, exactly. And I think they were only $5, or they might have been $15. Love Thai salad, had a really good one when we visited the boat in Launceston. Oh, nice. Is it mange tout or mange tout? As a lot of Australian bogans would be like, mange tout? Is it mange tout? Roasted cockerel. No, I've had squab, pigeon. That's disgusting. I'll never eat that again. My friend Charlie cooked roast squab for me and his wife Donna, and He bought about 10 of the fuckers and we hated it and he had to eat it all on his own. We got the emergency butcher to deliver some sausages. True story. After he'd spent the day roasting squab. It was so revolting. Even Sonny you wouldn't eat squab either, Moody. No way. Okay, cucumbers. Let's do something with them while we wait for the chicken breasts to poach. Now we've got some heat. Now I was thinking earlier, one thing you could make to whack onto this salad too, you could roast up some peanuts. You could top it with some fried Asian shallots. You can dress it up with more green veggies. It'd be lovely with some green capsicum as well, although bell peppers in the States. You could do all kinds of things. Now, the recipe says to peel cucumber. No. I like the peel and I like the green in my salad. If you want to, you could just do like, I'll show you the way our mothers did in the 70s. Do you remember this? Where they would peel every sort of second bit of the cucumber. Oh, it went a bit close that time. They'd do alternate stripes. And then they'd cut their little cucumber and it'd look like that in the salad. You can do that if you want. I love cucumber. I love all the summer veggies. I love roast veggies in winter, and in summer it's all about the salads. My left-handed technique ski. Jesus McPhee, I drive on the wrong side of the road. My knife's bothering you. What to do? So, with the cucumber, you can just do it in little rounds so that you're pretty much just eating this meal with a fork, which is what I'm going to do. But you could also cut it in like lengthways and then do little cucumber sticks if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you what you want to do, but I'm just going to cut it into rounds. Or you can do half rounds. Let's do that. Piece of cucumber with every bite suits me, so there we go, the little half a round. Oh, thunder. Oh, Sonny hates thunderstorms. I might just have to bring my washing in, guys. We've got thunder. It's still way away at the moment, but if it gets closer, I need to go grab my washing. It's on a drying rack. There'll be a bit of noise in the background as I maneuver it through my sliding doors, but stop waving the knife around. The more you say stuff like that, the more I'll do it. Because I'm wacky and crazy like that. I'll probably get, they say this recipe is probably 4 serves. I'll get about 8 serves out of this for me. But I've got to pop down and feed my friend's cats again in a little while. And after I've given... Oh, shit, it's here. Wait, I'll be back. The rains! Done. It's pissing down now. Right when I'm out rescuing it, Deb, I'd be bringing it in now. All right, let's take the chicken off again. hopefully it's cooked through. Did you get thunder as well, Deb? Thunder. Na 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 na. Nearly there, people. All right. So that's all the cucumber. Yummy. Just going to give this bowl a little clean. I love it when it's stormy down here. My house is all glass and very open and up with the treetops, and I like being cozy and dry in the house with a massive storm raging outside. But if there's thunder, Sunny will probably freak out. My mate Dave was here earlier doing my garden, and oh, here we go. Bless me. Hang on. Pardon me. It's pissing down. Fill up my tank. Fill up my tank. But I've never noticed it before when Dave's come here because it's been winter, and if he's here, even using the whippersnipper, because I've got double glazing, it's not that noisy in the house. But because it's a really hot, muggy day, I've had all the windows wide open. Stopped raining and got warmer. Yeah, it'll be humid now again. It was really humid here before. I could tell rains were coming. But yeah, because I had all the windows wide open, the noise of the whippersnipper, Sunny freaked out and she went into my little built-in robe and I couldn't find her. I went looking for her and she was hiding on top of a suitcase that's sort of like right at the back behind a whole lot of winter coats. She was scared of the noise of the whippersnipper, poor little thing. She's still at my feet, so hopefully she won't freak out. But we've had storms before and she's not a fan. Let's have a look at this chicken, guys. Please tell me you're cooked through now. Yeah, almost there. I'll just leave it in the water for a little bit longer. Probably needs another 2 minutes. So yeah, she hid. So if there's more thunder, it'll be interesting to see if she stays here with me where she feels safe or if she takes off and hides. Okay, let's do the snow peas. Now the snow peas, all we're going to do, I wash them and dry them early. I don't like washing veggies right before I put them in salads. I like them to be really crispy. But we're just going to peel the little stringy bit off them. Oh, there's some thunder. You okay, Sunny? So we're just leaving the chicken in the poaching liquid. Stupid question, but does Australia celebrate Guy Fawkes? No. Diwali coincided. Oh, that's why you're having fireworks. No, we do have a thing here called Cracker Night. I think Tassie's the only state in Australia that still does it. We buy firecrackers, and our dads used to set up the display and stand back, children, and then they'd set off a firecracker and it'd, whack them in the clacker or something, and we'd all laugh our heads off. Yeah, we have fireworks at Christmas and New Year's, like Blue Ridge is saying. But we still do have Cracker Night here. You can still buy crackers here, but there's now a limited time frame. Oh, Sunny, that's thunder books. She's still at my feet, so she must feel safe. She wasn't when Dave was here with his whippersnipper. New Zealand celebrates Guy Fawkes. Interesting. So has anyone heard if Brian Laundrie is still dead? I'm a bit behind in that saga. Can anyone tell me if he's still dead? Breaking news. I did see a little bit more information came out following the police conference in northwestern Tassie about the triple shooting today. There's a bit more info. Apparently, the mum and the children lived in that house. So I'm wondering if, one of the kids is 10. The other kid is 12 months old. I'm wondering if it's, the same dad or different dads and a new boyfriend. Brian's coffin. Yeah, you said the other day Brian's coffin is a shoebox. I didn't. Nobody really reacted to my theory, which I thought was hilarious in a few chats where I was letting everyone know that the foraging around in the flower bed, they were actually digging a tiny little grave for his partial skull. That didn't go down well with people. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. I do. A lot of people don't have a sense of humour. Now, with the snow peas, you could pop them in whole if you wanted to, or you can do what I'm going to do. I'm literally just going to slice them down the middle, so they're more like a little snow pea stick. I'm all for bowls of salad and a fork. Don't want to be plating a salad and eating it with a knife and fork. I will make that celery tabbouleh, though. Holy fuck, it is so good. Especially for Priscilla Joe celery, I'll make that. Hey, Sonny, you might like a nice night out on your day bed with a cool breeze. She's fully stretched out on the floor with her white, blonde, beach hair, curly belly. So gorgeous. She's so beautiful. And she lets me rub her without attacking me. It's incredible. Miss K, you've got a sense of humour. Everyone that comes to this chat, you have to. We've all got traces of nuts. If you don't have a little bit of nuts in you, you won't come here. Because we can laugh even at the most serious shit. And I think quite intelligently. I don't think we're mean, We're not getting cheap laughs by being assholes. It's intelligent humour. But yeah, Armchair Detective MI5 came in and said Brian's coffin is a shoebox. You're not wrong. And it would probably fit in the hole that they were digging in the little garden bed. Like when Molly was saying, he's gone, he's in Mexico living his best life. And in chat I said, yep, living his best life as a partial skull. She didn't acknowledge me. I mean, I don't know, maybe there is a partial skull out there that's having a great time. I doubt it. The fact that it's missing the rest of its skull, it's probably quite sad. Yeah, celery tabbouleh, it's amazing. So it doesn't have burgle. They pretty much put celery instead of burgle in it. And it's batshit crazy Pete Evans recipe, but it is so fucking good. And I make it over summer and have a huge tub of it in my fridge. And it's one of those salads that is exquisite on its own because it's got walnuts. It's got a beautiful dressing. But if you chuck a tin of tuna in and mix it up as well, oh, my God, it is so yummy. So yummy. Or, if you've got leftover barbecue meat, leftover roast, whatever, it's divine. It's a staple on the table on Christmas Day here now. Even though it's batshit crazy Pete Evans recipe. So we'll just pop the snow peas in with cucumber. So that's the greens, but look at the size of, the amount, right? A lot of greens. You want roughly that sort of amount. So if you're going to mix it up a bit with some celery, maybe do fewer snow peas, maybe do one less cucumber. Yeah, Pete Evans, but my God, okay, I'll show you the picture of it. It's one of the best, if not the best salads. Of all time. If you like celery. It's this book, Eat Your Greens. Honestly, guys, if you ever see it in Australia, grab it. Yes, it is Wackadoo Pete, Poor old Pete, a bit batshit crazy. But this book, everything in it is exquisite, and you can take it when people say to you, bring a salad or whatever. I mean, look at these carrots with a tahini dressing. But if people say to you, bring a salad, and you make a salad out of this and rock up to a party, everyone will eat your salad and nobody else's, and they'll demand for the recipe. It's amazing. But where's the celery tabbouleh? I mean, the salads are seriously divine. Divine. It's a fabulous book. I would be lost without it. Here, that's the celery tabbouleh. I know there's a bit of glare from my kitchen lights, but I've been taking notes, Cody. Yeah, I love celery and green smoothies too. But yeah, I paid $20 for this at Kmart a couple of years ago, and I swear to God, it is the best book. You know when you're like, oh, I want to make a salad, and you just make a boring green salad, and you're like, fuck, I wish I had a book of really amazing salads. This is the book. It's unbelievable. And the veggie, like, I cannot rate. It is seriously, just forget who wrote it. No, don't actually. Read the stuff he puts in there. He's actually lovely in this book. It was before he went a bit Fruit Loopy. I'm not sponsored by Pete Evans, but I swear to God, you will never look back. That book is a Bible. And I haven't made everything in it, but I've made a lot of stuff in it, and every single thing I've made. There's a cauliflower kung pao. I don't know if you guys eat a lot of Chinese, but kung pao chicken with all the chilies in it, it's amazing. He swaps out the chicken with cauliflower, and my vegetarian friend Liesl, not only did she have 3 servings, but she drank the sauce out of the bowl each time. He is a bit insane in the membrane, but he can cook, and he has got beautiful eyes. So there's that. All right. Let's shred this chicken. How to shred chicken. Don't copy me because I'm not that good at it, weirdly. But the easiest way to shred anything like pork, chicken, whatever, take it out of your poaching brine, obviously, poaching liquid. That will just get tossed. I tip things like that over my deck down into the garden below, the succulent garden. They love it. It's like compost. They'll be like, oh, she's cooking Thai this evening. How delightful. Where's the lid gone? Grab a couple of forks. And away we go. And you literally just kind of pull it apart. When you see all that sort of pulled pork, pulled lamb, pulled chicken, you just pull it apart. Sandy Ruchek's good at doing shredded meats. He's woohoo before he lost his crackers, his marbles. He is insane in the membrane. But this is quite a therapeutic thing to do, shredding meat. And you just sort of shred it to what you want. I don't like super stringy. I like a bit of chunk. I like to know that I'm chewing on a bit of chicken. Some people do it directly on a chopping board. There's no rules with it. It's really just a patience thing, and you just keep literally pulling it apart. Is anyone in chat? Do you do a lot of pulled meats? Chicken's probably one of the harder ones too. Like pulled lamb is very easy to do, and even though I don't eat pork, that seems to come apart pretty easily. Chicken can often be a bit stubborn. I find just holding the meat with one fork. God, there's so much heat coming off them, and it's burning my thumb. I need some more ginger beer. Cheers, groovers. But yeah, are you guys into pulled meats? And Now, if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you could still make this salad and just chuck in way more veggies, roast up some peanuts. You could do tofu, maybe cook a little bit more rice, and it would still be divine. Oh, you'll be making this for Christmas. It's so fresh, Blue Ridge Mama. And honestly, I know that I've heard you mentioning your husband and how he was working, the whole time Archer was in hospital, and you were kind of having this very weird solo journeys through that. But as a work lunch, it's absolutely divine. I don't know what your husband does for work, but if you send him off to work with a container of this salad for lunch, and even though we're going to dress it, it does actually stay crunchy. Like the snow peas don't get soggy very easily. They get soggy if you stir fry them to death. And the same with the cucumber. Like it might go a little bit soggy, but it still retains a fair bit of crunch. And even if it does go soggy, I don't mind because I actually love pickled cucumber too. I bought classic Madhu Jaffrey's cookbooks. Basic historic. Yeah, nice. I will do that one day too. I've got a huge spice collection, and every now and then I get inspired and I'll make up like some spice blends. Like I'll do a Tex-Mex. I'll mix up some Rar El Hanout just to use up spices. It's good to sort of keep rotating them in your collection. There's always that little spice jar at the back of the pantry, and you look at it and go, oh, that's probably a bit outdated now. So every now and then I have like a spice mix day, and curry powder, I make that as well. So we might do that one day, how to use up your spices. I'll put that on Sunny's bowl. I don't know if she'll eat it or not. But this is kind of getting pretty close to where I like it. But I am actually going to wash my hands and do the last bit by hand. This would be a fabulous Christmas Day salad, though. Now that you've said that, I'm thinking I might do the same because I think it's just me and my sister this year. I'm not sure. I hope it is. We had a Christmas together, just the two of us, a few years ago, and it was the best. Oh, the chicken is so tender, guys. Let me taste a bit. It's not overly it's flavoured. The poaching liquid has flavoured it, but it's not in like over the top strong. It's kind of a nice subtle flavour. And obviously, a fresh ginger probably would have made it more gingery than it is, but it's going to have that amazing dressing with the chili. Okay, so that's pretty much now all relatively consistent. Hands are the best kitchen appliances ever. Don't be afraid to use them. They do so much better than just sitting there with two forks for 20 minutes. Done. It's only me eating it, but I've been washing my hands a crazy amount of times. And now, guys, all we need to do is assemble it. Too easy. So I'm going to get a bigger bowl. This is my favourite bowl. Well, it's one of my favourite bowls in the kitchen. It's very deep, but it's small enough that it slides into the fridge. It's brilliant for mixing salads in because of the depth of it. If you ever see one like this, just grab it. They are like invaluable. They're so good. Even if you've got a cold and you need to do one of those things with Vicks Vapor Rub and put your head over with a towel, perfect. Do you guys remember I was live last year prepping for Christmas Day on Christmas Eve, and I found out that being there had died? That was a memorable live for all the wrong reasons. So first up, I'm going to just chuck in. I'm going to let the chicken cool down a tiny bit longer. So we'll add that last. So first up, I cooked earlier. I actually did a cup of rice, 250 grams. You get about 3 cups cooked. That's how organised I was. I did make the rice earlier. So chuck that in your bowl. Yeah, rest in peace, beautiful mem. A salad like this is great too for Christmas Day as a little option on the table for people that don't necessarily want to do. If you do like, yeah, Vicks on the soles of your feet does work. My grandma taught me that, and she was right. Um, yeah, like if you have a Christmas Day, a traditional turkey or ham or whatever, and people just aren't really into that, just make this little salad and have it on the table as well. We're going to add all of our greens. So again, we've got the sliced snow peas and we've got cucumber. But you honestly, you could have put capsicum. You could put celery. Now, before I add anything else, I'm just going to mix these two together. The rice and the green veggies. You could use snow pea sprouts and tendrils. They'd be great. You could do bean shoots. It's already starting to look really pretty, guys. Look at it. Birdie num num. Now, the mint that I went and picked from the garden earlier, you can chop the mint up, but I'm actually putting in mint leaves whole because I like it when you're eating it and you get a mouthful that has a mint leaf. It's like a little bonus. Not every mouthful has a mint leaf, but if you want to chop it up, go for it. I love eating mint leaves whole. It's entirely anything you do that you cook it the way you like it, the way you can tolerate it. Like with me doing the the finely chopped coriander. There's plenty of you guys that would probably just put coriander leaves on there and be happy about that. So cook and make food the way you will enjoy it. Don't make it and you're like, I don't actually like this. And while you're making it, you know you're not going to enjoy it. So chop the fuck up out of it if you need to. Or I love mint too, especially in a salad. Oh, yum. Yum. So that's about a cup of mint maybe. That was out of my garden on the deck. We are going to chop up some more coriander as well. You want about a cup of that. There is coriander in the dressing, or cilantro. Some of you call it cilantro. Me, it's finely chopped. You don't have to do the mint AD, MI5. You can leave it out. Sub things in, sub things out. You could put some chives in. You could put some parsley. You could chop up parsley and coriander together. That's always a really good combo. Or you could do a little bit more coriander to make up for like you could do, I think 2 cups of coriander would be a bit strong. Well, they would be for me. So maybe a cup of parsley and a cup of coriander. Some chives. You don't have to do the mint if you don't like it. Spring onion, yep. That's another option. Almost there. I like it really finely chopped. Can you tell? Okay. Whack that in. I'm going to give it another little mix. Combine that as much as possible before we whack in the chicken. It's getting pretty full, but the bowl is still delivering. So it's starting to look absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, coriander tastes like soap to me too, unless I chop it up really finely. And then it's like a very delicate, different flavour to me. But when it's just like chowing down on a leaf, I'm like, that's soap or dirty socks. Okay, the chicken. I'm going to add the shredded chicken. Look at the quantity of it, guys. It's a lot. And you really want to give this a good toss. You want to get all the rice, chicken, greenery nicely blended. You don't want to end up with just a bit of rice at the bottom. So dig deep, guys. Give it a really good toss. Now, I always love to season my food before I serve it. If you've done the dressing with the amount of fish sauce in the recipe, you probably won't need to add any salt or pepper to it. I'm actually going to try this without putting anything, but I usually would put cracked pepper and some sea salt on top. And there we have it. That's the salad. How good does that look? I love tarragon and chicken too. So now you've got two options. You could either add the dressing and mix it all together, and that's how you keep it in the fridge. It will stay crunchy because the coconut dressing does get absorbed by the rice, but the snow peas and the cucumber will stay crunchy for a while. Or you can take a little bit out and serve it with some dressing, just like as you're going to have it as a meal. But I'm actually going to add the entire lot of dressing to it now because I like it all. I like all the flavours absorbed and everything later on, but it's entirely up to you. Either keep the dressing separate or dress it. Either way, it's delish. I'm really looking forward to dinner. So there goes the dressing, the whole lot. It's not like a green lettuce salad that you dress and, a day later it's soggy. This just kind of improves with age. It's beautiful on the second day, and the third day it's even better. If it lasts to the third day. If you've got men in your house, this will go in a day because it's really good. Oops. I've made a massive mess here. So there it is with the dressing on, and I'm going to clear away and serve up a little bowl. I was actually going to be a wanker and put it into my big salad bowl like I was serving it for... I might still, because it can sit in the fridge in my pretty salad bowl. That Snoopy is yummy. Okay. Here's the serving suggestion. Get a pretty salad bowl. And a spoon. I don't normally do it this way. I'm trying to do it so you guys are getting, live action. Making a mess since 1967. That's me. Instagram pic. Well, if someone wants to take a screenshot, go for it. Actually, there's what's left in there, and even that might be enough for me. Well, it might be too much for me for dinner, but that will be my dinner. I seriously have been making messes since 1967. And I did save over a little bit of the green chilli to garnish the top with. Put my little salad servers back in. And there you have it, guys. Hang on. That's not Instagram worthy. This is. Put the servers together. And that's it, guys. How long have we been live? An hour and 15. If I'd prepped before we went live, it would have taken less time. Plus, the chicken took a bit longer than I thought. But that's it. And you can, put cracked pepper over it. Like I said, that will happily sit in the fridge for the next 3 or 4 days and be perfectly fine. It's a beautiful lunch if you like taking lunches to work. It's a gorgeous salad if you have people over. Just get a really nice crusty sourdough loaf and have that with it. You could have the dressing separately in a little jug on the table. You're a 67 too. We're good kiddos. All right, the taste test. I'm just going to do the taste test straight out of here. It's my dinner after all. Actually, I won't. Where's that spoon gone? I've already put it in the sink because I'm like that. I clean as I go. Here we go. We're going to do a little taste test. Little taste test. Put some through the screen. It's so yummy. And look it was really simple. We were chatting and I had to bring in the washing and there was a bit going on, but you could make this in under an hour. It's a beautiful lunch. I've made it for friends coming over for lunch before and it tastes way more complex than it is to make. I'm just going to put a little bit of cracked pepper on it too because that's how I roll. And let's taste it. Hey, Crystal, 1 a.m. Oh, you finished the painting. What was it, Crystal, before you go to bed? You said you were painting earlier. What have you been painting all day? Oh, my God, it's better than I remembered. I completely forgot how good it is. I mean, I remembered it was really good. The most prominent flavors are chicken, coconut, and kaffir lime leaves and lime juice. A little touch of chili. Let me find a piece of chili. Oh, hang on, they're over here. Yum, guys, it's so good. If you like a salad with rice in it too, like this is just so delicious. It's light, it's fresh. I'm going to keep teasing you until you leave. It's absolutely divine, guys. It's 10 out of 10. That's why I cooked it for you, or made it for you, because I really wanted you guys to know this recipe. I personally would add salt and pepper to it if you like properly seasoned food. But if you're using the fish sauce, maybe don't worry about salt. Miss K, you're hungry? What is it? It's 10 to 5. I'm eating dinner at 10 to 5. But that's good because I've got to go and feed my friend's cats. And then I'm going to go down and visit my friend Scotty because he's finished building a cat enclosure for his cat Jonesy. And I want to go and see Jonesy in her new palace. Honestly, guys. Oh, I just got mint. Yum. Hi, Spinning Crosses. How are you? Is this your first time here? Good to see you here. Crystal Dawn, I was making lampposts and signs for my Whoville Grinch outdoor display for my yard. And the light post, that sounds fantastic. The light post really light up. That sounds fantastic, Crystal. Oh, the mint. Yum. Who was it that doesn't like mint? Armchair Detective MI5. The mint is beautiful. And I've only had it like in that mouth. I can see another piece of mint in there. But for those of you just arriving now, we've just been cooking. Although really it's a salad. Most of it's just been chopping. It's a Thai chicken salad with coconut dressing and it's got rice through it as well. That's okay, Crystal. It's lovely to see you. You must be exhausted. You were busily working when I was live this morning. So great effort by you, girl. It's 10 out of 10. I will write up the recipe in the description. I will also try to do an edited version of the video and cut out all the chit chat and everything else to do a shorter version that I'll upload to the Shitty Kitty Kitchen. But yeah, it's really lovely to see you spinning crosses. So that is the salad. Yes, it is Thai. It's entirely, I just had a mouthful with chili in it. It was perfect for me because I don't find green chili overbearing. You put as much chili or as little as you want. The cucumber's refreshing against the chili. They're a good combo. And yeah, it's yummy. Even the mouthfuls without any chicken. Hey, Nicole, how are you? I'm just about to say goodbye so I can actually eat this without... Yeah, these bowls, they're cute, aren't they, Deb? Oh, they are very cute. And I've got the bread plates and the little plates too. Go and grab some at Minimax, girl. I think they're phasing them out, so you might get them, for a discounted rate. You screenshot it and send it to your mum. Well, I'll let her know that I'll put the recipe in the description. I doubt that she'll want to watch an hour and 22 minutes of me putting it together. But if I hadn't have been live and had to bring my washing in from a thunderstorm and all sorts of other stuff, it would have been way under an hour to make it. It's delicious. It's very easy. But, yeah, it's packed with flavour. And as the days go on, if there is any left, because it does tend to go very quickly, the flavours intensify. I think a lot of food is great one day old, and this is one of those examples, but it's great one day old and even 2 days old. It doesn't last in my fridge beyond 3 days. And I don't get sick of eating it either. It's divine. So I don't know why I'm holding up a half-eaten bowl. I'll hold up the other one that I styled earlier for Instagram. Joking. But that's what it would look like if you were serving it up to friends for a lunch or for dinner. I think Blue Ridge was saying she might even do it on Christmas Day. It is an absolute winner. If you have people over for lunch or dinner, they will love it, especially in summer because it's so refreshing. And if you pop it in the fridge and bring it out really cold on a hot day, it's divine. So, yeah, if you want to take a screenshot, I'll hold this a little bit longer, Nicole. Yeah, because all the sort of the coconut and the ginger and the kaffir lime leaves, the chili, the mint, they all get to kind of the lime, the lemons, they all get to sort of, do their thing. But there's the money shot. It's 10 out of 10. Enjoy it. It's an absolute winner, and it's so easy and fun to make. So there you go. Happy eating, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and let me know under this video down the track if you make it and what you think of it and if it's going to become a regular around your house, because it really is the bomb. Oh, thank you, Chair Detective. I mean, yeah, that was an exciting day. I think I'll never forget the day Cleo was found, and it was lovely to be able to share that news with all of you together. It's really yummy, Priscilla Jo. It's the bomb. My pleasure, Morgan. Thank you, Cody. And, yeah, glad you enjoyed it. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. And, hey, Grandma Ducky, it's delicious. I'll do one more little poser shot before I sign off. Poser shot. Thai chicken salad with coconut dressing, but it has got snow peas, cucumber, chili, lime, kaffir lime leaves, mint, coriander, lemon, all kinds of good stuff. So enjoy, everyone. And if you do try it, hey, Patty, yum. It is yum. Yeah, if you do try it and you love it, let me know. Drop a comment under the chat, because I'd love all of your feedback. But it's a staple in this house. It's affordable. It's easy to make. It's actually fun to make. And it's fucking delicious. So on that note, stay groovy, everyone. See you again soon.